I don't actually know the words.
You know words to any song because that's what you do. Oh, I love this song. Turn. Oh, I love this song. Turn.
I know some of the words to a lot of songs.
You listen to, you know 12 seconds of each song because it's the most you listen.
Hey everybody, I'm Michelle Carre.
And I'm Matt Carre.
This is Riding in Cars with Cars, and we are the Carre Group from Redline Real Estate. This show is all about connecting you with your community, and today we are inviting Michelle Wagner, who is the Executive Director for ADVAS, the Airdrie District Victims Assistance Society.
Oh, thank God you had to say that, not me.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Anyhow, we're going to go get Michelle, get her in the car so you can learn about this really great group that's right in Airdrie that helps people in crisis situations. And they help out people in situations you may not even think of.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to know what kind of resources are available to people in our city.
Michelle Wagner.
Hello.
Of
Airdrie.
Victims of Services.
The word that everyone struggles with.
ADVAS.
ADVAS.
That's all it is, right?
Airdrie and District Victims Assistance Society.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
glad
it's
you
a long
said that.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets, well, I emceed a race for you guys about a month ago, and every time I had to say it like 4 or 5 times, and every time I just would look at you and go, could you help me here, please?
I did my best,
smart.
but I was kind of freezing.
It was a little cold that day,
It was a little chilly that morning. I
Yeah.
had my layers on, and it was just really cold.
Yes, but it was still a great race. That was the legacy run that you guys do every year.
It is, yeah. We
Right.
partner with Community Links, Legacy Endurance, and the Friends of Andrea Conroy.
Yeah, that's right.
It's an awesome event.
It was an awesome event.
I'll avoid butchering the full name again and just say ADVAS. But what do you guys do? How do you support our community?
We support the community in lots of different ways, but generally speaking, what I tell people when I'm going to presentations or when people ask is that we are the only 24-hour volunteer-based crisis support in the community.
Right.
So we respond to victims of crime and or tragedy throughout the community 24 hours a day. So it could be anything from a sudden death, motor vehicle accident, suicide, anything that's impacted an individual. We have the ability to respond and support people. And then in addition to that, we have a court program so that anyone that has been victimized by crime will support them through the court process.
Okay.
So that might be, so once charges are laid, we'll help them understand the court process overall. We can do court prep and court accompaniment and court updates with individuals because the criminal justice system, of course, can be very confusing, very overwhelming because there's lots of information to know and understand. And so the team that I have, we help people understand and make their way through the process.
That's great. That's really great.
Yeah, and we also support, because we get a lot of questions just generally when I'm doing presentations about the types of support that we offer, and a lot of people think that we're counselors. And so we do have to clarify with people that we're not counselors, but what we'll do is that we'll offer support and referrals and resources. So we're a resource-based organization. So if people phone us, we'll certainly help support them and help them navigate what it is that they're trying to find. But what we'll do is be able to say to an individual, this might be the organization that might be able to assist. So we offer referrals to the food bank, to Community Links, to other organizations within the city to be able to help people.
Because if you have gone through a crisis, you might not even know who to reach out to.
Absolutely.
Whereas if they're connected with you guys, you can even present them with opportunities of where they could reach out to.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
or in the headspace to try to figure it out either,
Exactly,
right? Like that's the other thing too. So
Yeah, definitely.
Michelle, you guys do so many different things as we've discussed. How do people know they can access your services or that they need you?
Well, a lot of times people don't actually know that we exist. So we have a lot of partnerships throughout the community, but people don't necessarily need a referral in order to access our services. We're a free and confidential services to anyone that's in the community. We certainly work in partnership with the RCMP, with Community Links, the food banks, and many other local organizations in the community. So I always encourage people that if they have questions or if they're looking for resources, whether that be for domestic violence, counseling services, any of those types of things, that people are more than welcome just to be able to reach out to us, and we're happy to assist them to help them find and navigate the community within Airdrie, or maybe within Calgary too, because we certainly have those resources available too.
Well, and I think one of the key things you said was it's completely confidential.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Confidential, free service to anybody in the community.
Michelle, you mentioned that you are largely volunteer-based. So how do you guys make this machine work 24/7, and how do you fund it?
You know, that's a great question, and I like to let people know exactly how we operate. So we are a volunteer-based organization. So we have 25 advocates, and we have 7 board members, and then we only have 4 staff.
Wow.
So it's amongst all of us that we navigate and coordinate to ensure that we're able to be accessible 24 hours a day. So our advocates that we have working with us are amazing individuals. Staff, of course, are amazing individuals as well, but all of us make ourselves available to be able to respond, whether it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And as for funding, we get funded through Justice and Solicitor General. So we do get some funding through them. We also get some funding through the City of Airdrie, the FCSS programs to fund our volunteer program. But the rest of the funding is a requirement that we actually have to do ourselves. So on an annual basis, we need to fundraise anywhere between about 35 and 40% of our budget.
Wow.
So we rely heavily on community donations and fundraising events to be able to make up the additional money that we need just to be able to operate our budget.
And with that, you've got a fundraising event coming up, correct?
We do. Yeah, we have a really fun fundraising event coming up. It's Brews Bites event, 2nd annual. It's at Fitzsimmons on June 8th. It's being hosted from 2 to 8 p.m. We're going to have Mitch Ballot there, some food trucks, and it's really just meant to be a community event where people can drop by, listen to some blues, grab a pint, a bite to eat, and just be able to sit down and socialize at Fitzsimmons with, their big community table in their warehouse and just sit and relax on a fingers crossed, sunny, beautiful Saturday afternoon to be able to enjoy. Yeah.
You had me at food trucks.
Well, and DamitAmit will be there. We have 2
fish bites.
Absolutely.
Is that the bites?
It is.
Well, it's one of the bites.
Yeah,
One of the bites.
Yeah, definitely.
Tasty fish bites.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then we have 2 amazing sponsors that's helping us organize and make the event what it is. So we have AirDrieLife and Davis Chevolts.
Oh,
Nice.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So how did you make the transition from big business oil and gas here to a basic, are you a not-for-profit?
We are. Yeah, I
not-for-profit?
probably didn't say that earlier. We are a not-for-profit with registered charitable status. And so I've been on the board of Victim Services I had been on the board for 6 years.
Good.
And the opportunity had presented itself of the executive director role. And when it had opened up, I had thought, what an amazing and
Good for
great
you.
opportunity to be able to get more involved in the community. And I just put my resume in and talked to the board, and I said, I hope that you'll consider me because I think that I can do great things for the organization. And it's an awesome thing to be able to get up every morning and know that you work with amazing people that are willing to dedicate their time and energy to help other people.
Absolutely.
Like, there's just something so incredibly rewarding and fulfilling about people who will just give their time, to be able to help people.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, that's
it's
great.
absolutely wonderful.
Well, on behalf of Airdrie, thanks.
Absolutely.
Because you're awesome. We're very lucky to have you.
Michelle, I've got
Yep.
2 fun facts. Oh!
The whole time I've been trying not to respond.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let's go. Michelle, a couple fun facts about you. 1, you is it a certified yogi? Is that what you would say, or are you just a yogi?
I am a certified yoga instructor.
Certified yoga instructor. So
Yep.
the yogi.
I went to yoga school,
Went to yoga
and I'm
school.
a certified instructor, so I can teach. The method that I learned was Iyengar yoga, but I also have certification in Yin as well as Yoga Thrive, which is working specifically with cancer patients.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
the first one you said, Iyengar?
Iyengar, yeah.
So is it? 'cause
Not anger, like
It hurts. It hurts so much. I'm anger. Is that what it means?
It can mean whatever you want. it to
Okay.
mean.
For me, it would probably mean that. But a second fun fact about you is you love makeup tutorial shows. you and the other Michelle in the back were discussing that at one point in time.
Yes,
so.
yeah, we had Michelle and I had a discussion one day about the things that we like to do, and we have some downtime. And I reluctantly admit in public that I love watching makeup tutorials. I have a couple of people that I follow, and they're, this one woman specifically, she's a news anchor in Houston, and she is beautiful and has, just some really great tips and techniques. And so I do follow her.
That's awesome.
A little bit of rapid fire for you, Michelle.
Okay, I'm ready.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
That you are always replaceable.
Interesting.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
I had a manager when I was in my early 20s, one of my first real professional careers, or jobs, I should say. And we were having just a general conversation about where I wanted to go or what I wanted to be when I grow up. And he was instilling some wisdom upon me, and he had said, if I could pass anything along to you, it would be to always know that you're replaceable.
Yeah.
Because he said there is a sense of entitlement that can start to grow, and he said it doesn't serve you to think that you can't be replaced. He says if you come from a perspective where you know that someone can come in and do your job, he says you will always be working towards a finish line and it will always be about something else rather than about you.
Yeah.
Fantastic piece of
that.
advice. Yeah. What's your favorite book, or what book are you reading right now?
My favorite book is Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote.
Okay, how come?
You know what? I read it when I was in my 20s, and I just love the writing and I love the storyline. And who doesn't love Tiffany's and diamonds and new work?
I mean,
Yeah, this one does, that's for sure.
Yeah, that just seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, if there's one movie that you're Saturday afternoon, it's cold, it comes on TV, you can watch it over and over again, which one is it?
I don't necessarily watch TV, so I think that if it was a cold, rainy day, I would probably sit and watch makeup videos.
Okay, fair enough.
I love it. Red, white, or bubbles?
Bubbles.
I know that, and I love you for it.
Always bubbles.
Always, what have I gotten myself into?
Bubbles and sparkles.
Yeah.
Yes. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us in the car today. I mean, ADVAS is such an incredible organization, as you said, volunteer-based, and you're really there for people for a lot of different things. If people are facing domestic violence or trying to get out of a domestic violence situation, if they've had a car accident, a tragedy, a death, a suicide, fire, I mean, the list goes on, and you guys are here to provide support and guidance, and I just think it's absolutely amazing. So if someone wants to either volunteer and be a part of the team, or if someone needs your assistance, how can they get in touch with you guys?
Well, I just want to start off by saying thanks for the opportunity to be here and to talk about ADVAS and all of the great things that we do, because it is such an amazing organization. And if people are looking to get in contact with us for whatever reason, whether it's looking for support or looking to become part of the organization as a board member or a volunteer, they can contact the office directly.
Perfect. And the Brews and Bites, am I saying the B's in the right order there?
Yes.
Is June 8th from 2 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And where can people get information about tickets and all that kind of stuff?
Well, there's no tickets.
Oh, awesome.
It's a donation at the door, so you can just stop by. And stop by any time between 2 and 8 o'clock. We do have some information on our Facebook page, as well as our sponsors, Airdrie Life and Davis Chev. They have it on their Facebook page as well for extra information.
Awesome. And that's at Fitzsimmons Brewing right here in Airdrie as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with the words I love you rolling off my tongue.
Rona, I blame this on you.
Never will I roam, for I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
You know what's even better? When she does it with her sister.
Yeah, no, we made that up when we were kids. That's genius.
Genius is relative.
You want to join me for a run tomorrow?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I get tired.
But that's a good thing.
What?
You're supposed to get tired.